Thank you for staying with me and my guests, Executive Director Gary Anderson and Executive Assistants Mike Dillender from All District Reads, an initiative that understands the value of literacy in the life of an individual and the community as a whole. So I figure, because just listening to what you're saying, the magnitude of it, oh, huge. You can't just do this by yourself. Right?
Right.
And from what you and I have kind of talked about, myself and the two of you, this is not just in Norfolk, or this is not just in Portsmouth. This is really permeated.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Take me with you.
Okay, so the program started, we've been in Suffolk the longest, and so we've completed 2 years or 4 different books in Suffolk. So that'll be something to watch for, is their SOL scores whenever they're released, probably in August timeframe. So two full years, we're expecting them to get a pretty, sizable bump potentially. And then other school districts that we're involved in include Norfolk, Portsmouth, and we're moving into Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, but we've also been on the Eastern Shore, Northampton.
Oh, that's great.
So we're spreading out as the word gets around, and also, as you mentioned, the community champions. We're always raising funds in order to do this, and Rotary is one of our biggest community champions, all the different Rotary clubs in the area. But we have a lot of major donors aside from Rotary as well. And really, our movement into the other school districts really is dependent upon, we have to raise the funds first before we do that. Of course, we need to continue with where we're at first before we move on. So it's about sustainability and then expansion.
And so community champions are your partnership.
Right. We partner with Rotary clubs because they give local ownership. Like you mentioned Suffolk, we've done it for 2 years. And the 2 Rotary clubs in Suffolk, they put labels on the books, they go into schools and distribute the books. They've lived in the community, many of those Rotarians, their whole lives. So they bring in the greater community, and they partner with the school system. Mm-hmm. And George Birdsong, who's head of Birdsong Peanuts, he's been driving by this school for 50 years, going to his office. And now he's distributed books in those schools. He loves those children. He stops by the school and reads the book because he knows, and they mob him. And so it really ends up bringing in the community in the school. Our program, we give it free to school systems for 2 years, and that's 2 books. Our program, we have to raise $12 per student per year. And so when you think of Suffolk, 7,500 students at $12 a year, or Norfolk, 15,000 students at $12. So we have to raise money. We have funders in the community that buy books, and on our website, we encourage people to go in there and buy books that we give freely to the children, particularly all the children in the school system, but certain school systems, there's greater needs than other school systems, like when you compare Virginia Beach to Portsmouth or something. So we need funders that really want to see this program, and our goal is that we're going to use this as a petri dish, and Norfolk is really on board, Suffolk is, and Portsmouth, and then we're going to advertise and nationally and say, if you want to know how to turn around an urban school system, come to the Southampton roads, come see what's happening in Norfolk and Suffolk and Portsmouth. This works every time because it's home-based.
Successful case study.
It is.
We're the petri dish.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Petri dish for the whole country.
It never knocks work because here's the deal, we have great schools across America. I've worked in 35 elementaries different. We have great teachers. We have excellent schools, great teachers. What we don't have is students that have the foundation to learn. Some children come in with this strong foundation like yourself when you started school. And most of the people that I talk with, but there are many children that their foundation is so down here, and they struggle and fail, and struggle and fail, and it's just not fair that in the 3rd and 4th grade, pretty much their life is determined, because if you can't succeed in school, what you think is, I'm a failure. I'm a failure, not I can't read. Low reading scores is just a symptom of the problem. The real problem is language investment in the home. And by doing this collectively, We found out when your neighbor's doing it, your brother and sister are doing it, everyone's doing it, you join in. It's fun.
And you put a stop to sometimes generational issues.
Exactly. You really get this, Rae.
I do.
And
It's
you
a game
do. You
changer.
can tell it's a game changer. And it happens every time. But we have to get it, spread it, because there is resistance to it in the bureaucracy in education, because most, PhDs in education thinks it happens in the classroom. Truly, it happens in the home. Truly, the home is the most significant place. And it is nice in the classroom, but it builds on the foundation in the home.
And I think most families, even, in a situation where you do have generational issues, the parent just has that innate desire for their child to do better than they did.
Exactly.
But they just don't have the tools to make that happen. And here's a tool.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. You totally get it. And here's the tool, and it's easy to use. And since a cell phone, you just hit that button, and you can listen to the chapter. So it's easy to do.
So tell my viewers, our viewers, how they can help you. I hear that you're saying you might need something monetary.
Yes.
How else can they help you? Tell them how they can make sure that they're your hands and feet.
Right. Well, if you're in a community and you can go to our website. Go to our website and you'll see how you can buy books for children, but you can also connect with us. We want to spread this program, particularly in urban areas that are struggling. And if you live in an urban area that's struggling, outside of Southampton Roads, get in touch with us. If it's inside, like when we distributed books in Norfolk, we had volunteers that actually came in, distributed books, and then went back to those classes and read the chapter aloud again. You can read it 2 or 3 times. Children hear different things each time. Every time. And so, and particularly if you're expressive and you give voices and you have fun with it, you're investing that fun with literature into those children. And I guarantee they remember it the rest of their lives. It's a lifelong investment.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much, Gary and Mike, for what you're doing to change this world and make sure you're adding promise to these wonderful children's futures. I know you enjoyed today's conversation, and we'd like to make your voice a part of the exchange. If you have some thoughts or suggestions on our next topics, post a comment on our MyTVZ social pages. Don't forget to use the hashtag OIHR for Our Issues Hampton Roads. That's our show for this week. Thank you for watching. I'm Rae Pearson. Goodbye for now.